Hello Game Movies community. We're here with Stu from SteelSeries, and he's gonna show us a few of the new products that they have in store for us. So, what do we have here?
So for about 12 years, we've been making products that try to help you be a better gamer and give you a competitive advantage over your friends, over your other competitors, whether you're at a tournament or you're just a weeknight warrior. And our philosophy has always been that winning is everything.
Okay.
So really what we're talking about at this show is the H Series. And the H Series sort of embodies that core philosophy for us. It's really focused on performance and durability and its ability to travel with you and give you a competitive advantage.
Right.
So you'll notice first and foremost that they're not very gamery. There's not a whole lot of lights and flash to them.
Yeah.
They have very clean lines that are meant to be a more modern design.
Yeah.
With that in mind, it all sort of starts with the 3HV2.
Okay.
And the 3HV2 is updated with all leather cushions, a little bit of SteelSeries style with the orange stitching and all that. It is completely capable of folding up into the headset.
Nice.
So that it can travel with you.
Does it come with a carry case or?
It does not. It just folds up into the headset and is actually completely protected, and it feels And it also features a retractable microphone.
Okay.
So it's hidden here in the left ear cup, but that extends out.
So this is the entry model that's meant for the...
This is designed to give you a taste of SteelSeries tournament grade audio at a low cost of entry, allowing you to just, get a sample basically.
I get it.
$39.99. It's a very robust headset in this price range.
Okay.
Features inline controls, has PC connections on the cable.
Okay.
We also included an adapter so you can use this with your tablet or your phone or even your Mac. So
ideally speaking, I would use this with my 3DS, PS Vita, or laptop or
sure. Or there are guys who take the train to work and they game on their laptop. So this is perfect travel headset, right? This is gaming grade audio.
Yeah.
In a travel portable headset for $39.99.
So if you're someone that travels a lot, that's the one, yeah?
Yep. And this one comes out in August.
In August.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the next one?
Next one is the 5HV3. This is an update on our 5HV2, which was one of our most popular headsets ever.
Okay.
The press used to call it the cheating headset
why?
because the drivers inside of it, they swore you could hear more details than your opponent could. So we started calling it the unfair advantage, and so we've just updated it. We updated it with our an all leather design, as I mentioned, sort of the SteelSeries orange stitching and just little accents like that. The aesthetics have all been updated into more modern, simple design.
Yeah.
But it's kept a lot of the great features of the 5HV2. We got a new microphone that's similar to the one we put on the Siberia.
Okay.
We've got a double braided nylon cable.
Nice.
And then we've got, this is the most important thing here, is we've got the swappable cable system on the end.
Okay.
And what this does is it acts like a breakaway system for one.
All right. So
you're able to use...
If it catches in my chair and I back up, it's not gonna, tag.
Exactly, it pops out that way. If you stand up, it doesn't rip your computer off the table, right? So we have connections for PC with the two jacks on it.
All right.
But we also include a connection that you can plug into the cable system, so you can use it again with your Mac, phone, or tablet.
Perfect. Because usually you'd resort to buying a converter or two headsets.
Exactly. You either have to either two headsets or some sort of adapter that may or may not work.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing that it does that's really nice is that it dismantles.
Okay.
So it completely pops apart so that you can pack this flat inside of your bag without risking damaging the headset.
Okay.
And so it's very travel friendly.
It's travel friendly, but this one is the one that folds and is the most travel friendly. This one is still pretty travel friendly, but I think this one would go in a suitcase bag or something like that.
Yes.
It's if you're going to a tournament or somewhere,
Right, and because it dismantles rather than folds up, it has a very sturdy design and it allows me to do things like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, now that just extended on me, but you can twist this up as much as you like. And so if you happen to throw this in a backpack and something gets crushed, your headphones are going to be in great shape.
Okay.
So that is the 5HV3.
All right. So that's not the big boy, yeah?
Let's talk about the big boy. Now, one of the things I've been talking about is sort of the tournament grade audio.
Okay.
And the big focus with the H Series was to find a new type of driver. We've been making headphones for gamers for a lot of years.
Okay.
Now everybody's making headphones, and there's a heavy focus on bass.
Okay.
But for gamers, that's not where the action happens. The things you need to hear happen in the mids and the highs, as you know.
All right.
Things like reloading, footsteps,
Okay.
bullet casings hitting the floor, all those
Yeah.
things that you need to hear so that you know where your opponent is.
Okay.
So when we were looking at drivers and trying to build our own driver, we were looking for components that would give us a wide dynamic range. And this means that those lows, those mids, and those highs are being delivered on a linear and a balanced soundscape so that you can hear all these different
So
things.
bass is not necessarily good. It actually might muddy up the rest of the range, right?
Right. So if you go with a really big driver,
Yeah.
it's a little looser. It's not as crisp or clear.
Okay.
If you go with some of those bass heavy drivers,
Okay.
Or you build a bass heavy driver, it's going to muddy up those highs and those lows, those highs and those mids, and you won't be able to hear the things that you actually need to hear.
All right.
Let's face it, a grenade goes off, you're going to know where that person is,
Yeah.
right? But when a bullet casing hits the floor,
You
or
need
he
to-
takes a footstep,
Okay.
and you can hear that, those are things you really need to hear to get an advantage, right?
All right.
So when we developed drivers for all of these headsets, we were looking for that wide dynamic range and what we like to call tournament grade audio, because that's really where it's at.
Yeah.
These are built for a competitive gamer. And like I said, that's whether you're at competition or you're just at home trying to beat your friends.
All right.
I consider myself a competitive guy, but I don't play esports, right? I watch esports, I love them, I'm not that good. So that brings us to the 9H.
Yeah.
9H is an all new headset in the H line, and it's I think the first thing you notice is how big it is, right?
Yeah.
But if you go ahead and pick it up, I think you'll notice it's extremely lightweight. I'll get the headphones down.
It's lighter than a regular smaller sized headset.
Yeah,
You know,
it's enormous
it's big
because it's a full circumaural design.
Yeah.
It's got extra padded ear cushions. You'll notice those giant pillows around the ears.
Wow.
And it's got a depth that takes your ear from being pressed up against the speaker
Okay.
and creates almost like an acoustic chamber. You hear more because sound is able to flow around your ear.
Yeah.
And we'll get into more of that because this headphone also supports Dolby.
Oh.
And so that extra room in there and that acoustic chamber really helps bring
I
that
twist it?
experience to life. Twist it up. Grab it by the, if you even want more, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not good. It looks very solid and rugged, and it looks like it's made a hard.
I
Something
can tell you
hard,
if you ever did
but-
that to a friend's,
Yes.
they'd be really nervous because it's it's $159 headset, and so they'd probably cringe and freak out. But
it's
it
fine.
is capable of being twisted. In fact, you're being too delicate. I'm going to show you how.
Okay.
Just grab it and just
Whoa.
give it a bend it completely in half. But these are all metal hinges. There's a metal
Yeah.
headband inside of it.
Okay.
It's built to last. It's built for
So
durability.
you got the weak points of a typical headset reinforced with some metal, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's the other thing about this is the ear cups.
Okay.
So this outer housing is the first enclosure.
Okay.
And that encloses all the components inside, right?
All right.
Inside we have a second enclosure interior. It goes right up against the back of the speaker driver. And it's sealed all the way around. What
Okay.
this does is it creates a level of passive noise reduction that you only typically find in DJ or studio headphones.
All right.
Allowing you to use it in noisy environments, whether you got a noisy house
Yeah.
or you're at a LAN center or a tournament where you need
Okay.
to
Be
really
isolated.
hear the details.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have all this background noise, you
Exactly.
can't hear the things you need to hear in the game. And we worked really hard to develop these new drivers. It would
Okay.
be a shame if the outside world got in your way of actually hearing
Exactly.
those details. And then couple that with the big leather ear cushions, and you're going to get an incredible amount of noise reduction. The other thing that we did was we included a new microphone.
Okay.
It's larger than the microphones we've previously used, but it hides nicely in this ear cup right here.
Okay.
So you just give it a click, and it's a retractable, just like all of our other headsets.
All right.
It's a little bit bigger, better
Yeah.
frequency range,
Yeah.
better sensitivity.
Okay.
And it gets even better when you plug it in with the USB sound card we included.
All right. So you're saying USB sound card? Is this the one?
That is the one.
Okay. So it's actually acts as a sound card independently from whatever you have on your system, right?
Correct. And
Okay.
it adds a few things. So earlier we talked about the swappable cable system.
Okay.
The 9H also has that.
All
Double
right.
braided nylon cable.
Yeah.
Swappable plug for you get the mobile connector
Yeah.
and the PC connector.
Okay.
But what it also is capable of plugging into is directly into that USB sound card.
Over here.
Yeah.
So I plug this in, and then I'm gonna get USB connectivity to my PC,
Right.
which
It
is
begins to
much-
function as a USB headset with an integrated sound card, just like that. So
All right. So I'm getting digital instead of analog.
for
So
one,
it's-
that's yes.
yeah.
And the second thing that you're getting is a full Dolby experience.
Okay.
So we use Dolby headphone technology.
All right.
And that takes a 2-channel signal and creates
Okay.
a Dolby sound effect,
All
surround
right.
sound effect.
How does that work?
That is just a sound effect. So the second thing that we use though is really what makes it unique. We use 2 Dolby technologies inside here. So the second one we use is called Dolby Pro Logic 2.
All right.
And this takes the 7.1 signal from your game and makes it possible to hear that surround experience through only 2 speakers. So the 9H features of 1 speaker per ear, like many, many other headsets. But what Dolby's able to do is, using the magic of physics, it's able to change the timing of those signals to trick your ear into hearing a surround experience. So the virtual speakers aren't actually there, but your mind believes them to be. So when a shot is fired in this corner or in this corner of the game, your brain, because of how Dolby changes the timing of that, actually perceives it in those spots. So the nice thing is that with that double enclosure I was talking about, and with the big ear cups and them spaced away from your, being pressed up against your ears, couple that with the Dolby and you get a really nice audio experience, full Dolby surround sound.
So this Dolby feature in it, is it a standard that I can use with any game?
Most games come with a 5.1 signal. As you know, games have become, the audio has gone up and up and up. Now we're using like full-on composers to compose huge scores for these games.
Exactly.
So most game developers support 5.1 or 7.1 audio.
And that would run just fine on these?
Correct. The Dolby is built into the sound card, so it'll decode that 7.1 signal and give you a full Dolby experience within the headphone.
That's pretty great. Can we just go one more time? Pricing and availability of each one.
Well, actually, there's a couple more features that the 9H gets when you use it with this headphone. You get a noise-canceling microphone.
Oh, really?
So it turns that microphone into noise canceling. What this does is you could use it in a crowded restaurant, and your friends will still be able to hear your voice crisply and clearly without all that background noise.
Okay.
It automatically adjusts your microphone gain, so that no matter whether you start yelling at your teammates or you move your microphone away from your face, your levels stay good.
I wouldn't
and
be
they can
yelling
still
at my
hear you.
teammates.
No, of course not, because they never mess up.
Your
Your teammates never mess up.
Yeah, it's always the other team.
Right. And then you can actually save equalizer settings.
Okay.
So when you use SteelSeries Engine with a USB sound card, you can save 8 equalizer settings for every one of your games, and you can create unlimited profiles. So what that happens is say you launch Skyrim or Diablo or one of these games where you want a big, robust sound experience, full body, with bass and all that stuff. As soon as the game launches, SteelSeries Engine will see that, and it'll switch to the profile that you've saved, and that includes the equalizer. So you'll get that full bodied sound that you want. Now let's say you have saved a different equalizer for a Counter-Strike or for a Call of Duty. When that game launches, SteelSeries Engine will recognize that and it'll fire up your profile. And your profile probably will be something like emphasis on the mids and the highs, so that you can hear those, the gun reloads and all that, and get the drop.
Does that work with other applications? Like, if I know these are gaming headsets, but typically I might want to use it for like YouTube or like music. Can I use the equalizer settings for that?
Yes, so you can set a default equalizer setting for Windows, and you can adjust that as you want to.
Oh.
The game profiles will launch when the games launch, but you can set an equalizer for when you're not in a game.
Okay, so
and you can adjust that as much as you want.
This gaming oriented, you can still use it for whatever you want.
Absolutely.
It changes.
No, so when we're talking about the audio drivers, yes, we've tailored them for gaming.
Exactly.
They're still, you took a listen to the 5H, and they're still fantastic for music and movies.
Okay.
The idea, though, is that we've created a linear soundscape, a balanced one. We didn't force you to have a lot of bass or force you to have a lot of treble. Created a linear soundscape that's balanced, so that you can adjust it to what you need in game, right? So they're still awesome for movies and music.
Yeah.
But they're specifically designed for gamers.
Price point and availability of each.
Price point on the 3HV2 is only $39.99, and that'll be available in August. The 5HV3 is $79.99, and that'll also be available in August. The 9H will be available in October at $159.99.
Oh, you're gonna make us wait a bit more for this.
Just a little bit longer. We want to make sure that we also know that the sound card comes with only the 9H. It's not available separately.
Oh.
So this full Dolby experience is really what makes the 9H unique. One of the other benefits, though, is because this is not integrated, it does function as an analog headset, and you still get all the experience and benefits of the new audio drivers that we've developed.
Oh.
So it can still function as just a normal PC headset if you want to. Now you'll miss out on all that Dolby and the noise canceling microphone, but sometimes you go to a LAN center, they don't like USB devices. So you never know.
One more thing, you added a new product to the Siberia series, right?
Correct. So this is last year we launched the Siberia Frost Blue.
Okay.
And community loves it.
All right.
Everybody loves the headset. Everybody's loved the Siberia for a long time.
Yeah.
And so last year we added some blue LEDs under the grill, added an integrated sound card, made it a USB headset,
all right,
and people love it. This is the Heat Orange version.
All right.
So it's an all black design, and then there's orange LEDs underneath the grill. And I believe that the laptop that we have it plugged into has gone to sleep.
All right.
This is debuting this weekend at DreamHack, and it'll be available July 1st for $119.99.
All right. Thank you so much for this tour.
No problem.
And we'll get a few close-up shots of this and
Sounds great.
show the people.
All right.
Thanks so much.